Ruthless, relentless, determined, courageous, historic. Words to describe this Moana victory over Crusaders in Christchurch, 45-29. Historic win. Moana Pacifica's first ever win over the Crusaders. What a game. Before we get into it, let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game. Who played well? Who didn't? Who was your man of the match? What did Moana Pacifica do well in this game? And what did Crusaders not do well enough or good enough? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So stay on the Crusaders first, home team first, always. Man, there was bits of this game that reminded me a lot of the Crusaders of last year. Passive, not a lot of options, no like this about them, especially in the contact area. They got absolutely dominated in the contact area, all contact areas, tackling, carrying the ball, rucks. How many times did Moana Pacifica turn over balls at ruck time from ineffective cleans from the Crusaders? That many times. And yes, while it's credit to Pacifica, Crusaders a big hard look at themselves, because you go from a team that played so well last week to then this. No, and again, I'm not taking anything away from Pacifica. Crusaders did not weren't at their best as well, and that's then credit to Pacifica, because Pacifica put them under a ton of pressure, and Crusaders just couldn't keep up. I think at one point they were holding on for dear life, especially in that first half. Holy. They do weather that early storm from Moana. So Moana score first, then Crusaders get their opportunity to score and do so off pretty much a 20-meter driving maul, and Moana goes over to score. And at this point, I'm like, okay, Crusaders have absorbed the pressure. They've turned that pressure onto Moana, and now they're going to work themselves into the game. But holy, was I wrong, especially in that first half. And I've literally written, they were struggling to keep up in that first quarter, pretty much the whole first half. Moana were throwing everything at them on both sides of the ball. So defensively, Crusaders were obviously struggling, but then in attack, really struggling as well, not getting over that advantage line. Or when they were making breaks down the edges or up the middle, Moana were attacking their rucks beautifully, like perfectly. Every time Crusaders would get one or two phases, or maybe on their third or fourth phase, Moana straight in there, turning that ball over or slowing the ball down at least, and not giving Crusaders any time to get that momentum to keep going on. Huge missed opportunity for Crusaders right before halftime in those championship minutes. They get the maul, they set the maul, very strong maul driving towards the line. I think Moana breaks off the back of the maul a bit too early, gets tackled right up on the line and gets turned over right on the line. And they'd be kicking themselves. There's a few opportunities where they could have scored points, couldn't capitalize on that. So they go into the break. They 28-10 down, the Crusaders are here. And they start the second half really well, building phase play with the ball, being patient with the ball on attack, finding a ton of space down the one edge, and then get isolated ruck, get the ball turned over. Or not even necessarily an isolated ruck, just a ruck with ineffective cleans. And Pacifica, Moana boys were over the top of that and taking that ball away. Man. And then I'm like, is this going to happen? They do bring the claw back a little bit. Macca Springer scores his 7th try for the season. This after 15 phases. Crusaders just showing their patience in attack. And it was a lot better in this phase play. It was a lot stronger ball carries, a lot stronger clean outs. And the forwards were rolling their sleeves up a bit here, but only in small patches of the game, where Moana were just doing that throughout the game. Big impact from Cody Taylor when he came on, instant impact, scores off a bit of luck from the line out there, crashes over. But like I said, a lot of Crusaders play in this game looking like the Crusaders of last year. And that's the Crusaders of last year that only won 1 or 2 games. Not good at all. And at home, but again, massive credit to Moana. We'll jump over to Moana now. Holy, what a game. Historic. One of the biggest wins in Super Rugby history. Has to be up there with one of the most historic or one of the most famous or one of the greatest wins in Super Rugby history. First ever win for Moana over Crusaders in Christchurch. Holy, like what a performance from this Pacifica side. Great start to the game from in-form fly-off. Pellegrini, huge 50-22, and they just roll off the back of that. Very patient in attack, building those phases, sucking Crusaders players in. Like I said, patience, building the phases up. Good retention of ball, great execution at their rucks, their clean outs and ball presentation, all of that. Supported rucks was just, it was sublime. It was 10 out of 10. It was a massive tick for their forwards coach, for their contact coach, like for their attack coach, all of that massive tick because their ball retention in this game was unreal. And Ardie Savea crashes over there for his first, and then just showing the fight in this Moana side. They give away a try right after their first try, but then they get back straight into it, shift a few gears and get straight into it. They apply a ton of pressure onto this Crusader side, forcing a yellow card to Cullen Grace. And right after that, Ardie Savea goes over for his second, 15 minutes into the game. Ardie Savea's already scored his second try. And Moana are up 14-7 over Crusaders. Who would have thought that? That's great. It's wild. How good, how influential has Ardie Savea been for this Moana side this year in this game as well? Oh man, it's underrated. Yes, a lot of people talk about Ardie Savea and how good he is. He needs to be talked about more. Holy man, proper lead from the front, lead by example, lead through action type player. Just the type that's get on my back, I'm going to carry you. Let's go. I'm carrying the boats. Ardie Savea, how good is it? Always fight. Whenever he gets the ball, he's always fighting for that 2, 3, 4, 5 extra meters. In cleanouts, he's going in. He's biting down on the mouth guard. He's making this. Oh, he's shouting. He's getting stuck in. And if you're playing with him, you're seeing that and you're backing him up. And holy, does he show it in this game. So good. Danny Tuala's try. Man, oh my, holy. They go 8, 9, 10 phases. So again, so precise, so good with the execution, with everything they're doing, support players, the ruck speed, the options they're taking, fantastic. Has to be the best start to any Moana Pacifica game they've ever played. 3 tries in the first half, then they go bang, bang. They are playing some absolute rugby here. Pellegrini setting up his own try. Flat at the line. They played a first phase. They don't really get over that advantage line. Goes to the second phase. He gets right up at the line. He sees Macca Springer is biting it. He knows exactly where his player is. Not even thinking. He smacks that left to right pass. It's like a 20, 30 meter pass in the pocket. They go down the edge. Winger bites back in. Who's up on the inside? Pellegrini. Steps. Goes untouched under the sticks. And holy, 4 converted tries in the first half against Crusaders, 28-7. Couldn't have asked for a better start or first half to the game. Biggest question I have here is, can you back it up in the second half? And can they back it up? They back it up. Holy. And off the back of being super physical in the contact area. So when carrying the ball, strong. When cleaning out, strong, precise. Just, man, outstanding. They do slowly let Crusaders in. Crusaders bite back with a couple of tries, but Miracle Failangi goes, not today, get off me. One of the strongest ball carriers in the Super Rugby competition at the moment. He has Shea Fiaki all over him and like swatting a fly, get off me, turns around, goes over to score. Fantastic, and that blows for me the sail out of this Crusader side wind. There was a little momentum shift there, but Moana saying, we're here to stay. Holy, what a game, 45-29. I can't say holy more because fantastic, and exactly what this competition and Moana needed for this season. Giving them that boost, giving them that confidence to now the next few games, we can play against the best and not just play against them, we can compete and we can beat them. How good, what a game. Whew. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game. Who played well for you? Who didn't? Who was your man of the match? Holy. Hit that subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time. Bye.